especially the numbers as told by the government and of course as told by the human rights organizations. Away from that, Azimio leader Raila Odinga has claimed President William Ruto is playing a public relations game with talks of negotiations. Now, Raila faulted the president for using social media to invite him to the table. While speaking with Al Jazeera, Odinga accused President Ruto of playing old politics. Now, this comes even as the reports of foreign envoys pushing for reconciliation between the two factions abound. Daniel Kariuki reports.
Just moments after Azimio leader Raila Odinga revealed that Tanzanian President Samia Suluhu was in the country to mediate between President William Ruto and himself and alleged that President Ruto had derailed the talks, President Ruto responded to Odinga on Twitter as he departed the country to Tanzania, saying, and I quote, "I'm available to meet one-on-one with you anytime at your convenience," end of quote. This was on Twitter and has not gone down well with Azimio leader Raila Odinga. Odinga says the president is not genuine.
The president really is not being serious. If he wanted to meet with me, he would not invite me through a WhatsApp or through social media. He knows my address, he knows my telephone number and everything. He is basically just playing games. That is like a public relations exercise.
Speaking to Al Jazeera TV on a one-on-one, Odinga claims that this is President Ruto's inherent trick of boycotting the truce whenever they are ready to negotiate.
I don't believe that Mr. Ruto is serious at all. He is double speak. One side, when it suits him, he talks very nicely and says, "Oh, I'm ready for talks anytime." On the other time, people saying that, "Oh, Mr. Odinga and this group just want to have a handshake so that they can be able to share the cake, the half of the cake." You have said we don't want any kind of cake.
President Ruto is expected back in the country after a visit to his Tanzanian counterpart, President Samia Suluhu, who Odinga claimed to have been in the country for 2 days following President Ruto's invite. Meanwhile, sources close to KTN News have intimated that there have been insistent calls by foreign envoys to have negotiations between President Ruto and Odinga. Reports say the two warring sides had already proposed names of representatives to the negotiation team, with the negotiations headed by foreign envoys. The reports further intimate that Azimio had already presented the names of their representatives, among those believed to be part of the team being NARC Kenya leader Martha Karua and Wiper leader Kalonzo Musyoka, while the Kenya Kwanza side showed inconsistencies in issuing list of their representatives, even as the envoys proposed President Ruto not to miss in the list. Daniel Kariuki, KTN News, Nairobi.
Right, to another trending story here.